Yeah. You're large.
Use your imagination if you want to see the match of the week. Ace and Maniac forgot they play in a Halo Pro League, and where was Halo 5 at E3? Let's talk some Halo. Let's talk Halo. Yep. The crowd went wild for a second, but all right, what's
It's
up, guys?
funny how they
This
just
is
get quiet all of a sudden.
HCS Now. I am your host, Computer, and as always, I am joined with my co-host.
Default.
Oh, there you go. Hypothetical.
Right on time.
I know.
Yeah, so we got a lot to talk about, and I want to start off with my favorite time of year. It's like Christmas for gamers. E3. Not a lot to do with HCS, but a lot to do with Halo in general. And actually, last year at E3, they was the place where they announced the Halo World Championship and the $1 million prize pool. So every year at E3, I'm always expecting big news out of Halo. And we knew going into E3, Halo Wars 2 was like a thing, right?
Yeah.
And we knew we was going to see it. But I think me and a lot of other people really had their hopes up that we would see some
kind
more
of info.
Halo content, considering it's like their flagship title.
Yeah.
Something to do with Halo 5, right? I wanted to see maybe some new stuff coming for Halo 5. I feel like this is it. This
I don't
might
know.
be the end.
Who knows? Like maybe they didn't have anything ready in time for it, and it's like we'll just show Halo Wars 2.
I really hope they don't stop supporting the game.
Didn't they say
yeah,
a
did
while back saying like at a certain time or a certain month that they're gonna stop putting out updates?
Yes.
Yeah.
This next update is supposed to be their biggest update to
So
date.
that
but
could
I'm
be the last.
worried it might be the last.
It might be the last.
Maybe. I don't know. Like I thought
Cause I thought it was like June or July that they
it
said.
was June, I think.
Yeah.
And
so
this
that's it.
update got pushed back, but I was really expecting to hear something for Halo 5, and maybe they stealth announced something and I just missed it. I mean, maybe it wasn't like
it would
main
have been on
stage
Twitter if they'd
worthy.
had any
I haven't
kind of.
seen anything,
Yeah.
so that's kind of like a little weird to like have a big E3, and they talked about Halo Wars 2, which is okay. I played it; it's a fun game, but I was really expecting some Halo 5 news and maybe even beyond, like a new Halo game. But
That'll be all next year
yeah,
since they introduced the Xbox Scorpio.
the Xbox Scorpio,
It gives,
and
it
you
it gives people
know,
time to figure something out.
you
before that
know where Halo 6 is going to be.
Yeah.
Xbox
Yeah.
Scorpio, and that game is going to look so sick.
Question. They okay. They pretty much
Answer.
said that they are announcing the console now to give developers time to develop games for this console, right?
Yeah.
I suppose.
So, if you develop a game for this console, Max Potential, do they have to make a separate game for the regular Xbox Ones?
Yes.
That sucks.
Well, that's just how it is, because they don't want to leave anyone behind because they bought a cheaper console. And I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome because you can choose if you want to play games in like high fidelity or low fidelity. If you want to buy an expensive console or a cheaper console. I mean, it's all about player choice and consumer choice.
Yeah.
So I think it's a decent idea. I mean, it's a new idea. It's something that's new to console to do things this way. So
I mean,
they're kind of breaking ground with it.
I've just seen before, like, for a while, for the longest time, the PS4 was more powerful than Xbox One, and developers said that they don't favor in either console. They make the game.
Well, multi-platforms.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Multi-plat developers usually don't cater, but
but they avoid that because they said it costs a lot more money to
But-
make one higher end game and then a lower end game for this console. So I wonder if developers would say the same thing. It's like it's going to cost us a little bit more money to make one game specific for one Xbox One and then turn around and make a
It
totally
really
different-
doesn't matter for Halo. Halo's going to be developed for a or Halo 6, I guarantee, will be developed for a Scorpio.
Yeah.
And it will look amazing, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
Moving on from E3, and it's disappointing. It wasn't disappointing, but I didn't get any Halo news that made me happy. APG has finally announced that he's optic green.
Yes.
Also, I
And-
think we all saw it's coming though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, he was not just a sub.
Yeah.
I don't know if it had something to do with contracts or ESL or what was going on, but he finally is a member of Optic, and I am happy that he's a member of Optic. Now they can get everything behind them, and, well, kind of, because Maniac and Ace have been gone not playing Halo for quite some time.
Yeah. They supposed to have been back yesterday playing.
But Maniac did tweet out not too long ago, said the squad's meeting up at the LAN center to practice Halo. So they all could be right now playing.
Well, they need to, because they are probably, next to EG, maybe one of the most under practice right now.
Yeah, but my problem is, why even go?
I don't know. I
They
mean,
shouldn't even win.
You know, it's not. It's hard to say why
And-
they want to go. Obviously, they want to go and have a good time.
Well, that's fine, but,
then-
you're in the pro league, and you're like, what, 7th?
Yeah,
in the
they
Pro
are.
League.
They have a possibility of being kicked out of the pro league.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal, considering you're getting paid to play Halo for a big organization. And a lot of people are like, why doesn't Hex step up and be like, look, dude,
Yeah.
you're not winning.
Yes.
You don't get to go have fun until
Yes.
you start winning.
Yeah.
I'm paying you to play Halo well, I don't know if he's paying them, but you are on my org to play Halo and win.
Yeah,
You're
and-
not doing it.
And
Why
I-
are you here?
And
Go
I
home
love,
and play
and
Halo.
I love Maniac's vlog where he's like, and you have to take breaks from Halo, or you'll just,
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
you know what I mean? He's like, you have to take breaks. It's
Well,
like,
yeah.
other teams don't.
Maybe,
I mean, if
maybe
they,
a day break, but he's
No,
been,
like,
he's only
Royal
supposed to been there for the weekend.
Royal 2 had a good point. He's like, people always say you got to take breaks, or, you know, they don't have the time to play every day. It's like, how not? Like,
Yeah, this is
play
your- this is
3
your-
to
this
5
is your
hours
job
a
as
day.
Halo.
This is your
and
job.
Ace, they don't work that I know of, and the Halo is their job. I don't see how that is a viable excuse.
Yeah.
I mean, if you work an actual job, you definitely just
Mhm.
can't take breaks whenever you feel like, unless you have like paid vacation time,
Yeah.
obviously. But Halo is not a hard job. You
No, you
sleep,
play.
eat, and play video games.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that would really, really wish to be in that situation.
Yeah.
So you can't take, you can't, I don't know, you gotta like own up to the situation that you're in and feel lucky and privileged
Yeah.
about the situation that you've been given and take full advantage of it. It seems like they maybe lost their drive now they're in the pro league, but I think things will start hitting them whenever they have chances of being knocked out.
Yeah.
It's just
And
like I
that-
said, I say sometimes living in an Optic house is kind of distracting for him.
Yeah.
'Cause,
I mean, for
they all went
anyone.
to California to have a good time, or Call of Duty, they went to play, but
Yeah.
they went there.
They went there just to have
Party.
a good time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, have fun.
So it's like
support
it's kind of like where's your
team.
priorities at? Is
I
it
know.
Halo or?
That's what, like what you said. Hex just needs. I mean, he's a good guy and he treats them really well, and he normally don't try to like get onto them. But I think it's time to be like start winning and like taking this stuff serious, or like something's gonna change. He's already threatened it once.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be. You know, I feel like they're still a good team, and now that they got the whole squad situated, and if they start laying on some practice time and grinding, I do feel like they can make some upsets happen. They did pretty well in week 2. They beat Liquid and so
3-1.
we'll talk about that here in a second, though. So, yeah, let's talk about that right now. Week 2, or week 2 of the Pro League. Why do it later? Let's talk now. I wanted to let's just talk about what happened the first day. We'll get into the details of everything. The details of what happened the first day. Let's talk about the screw up that happened the first day, because that's one of the first thing that comes to my mind when I think about week 2 of the Pro League. The match of the week was CLG versus EG. We got to watch the first game. There wasn't too many issues, and then the second and third game, I think we didn't get to see that whatsoever,
No.
and they stalled until about like midnight or something. I can't remember. I know I was like trying to go to sleep. I needed to go to
I
sleep.
remember just
and I was,
sitting there,
like,
then the
waiting.
Royal 2 popped up. I was like, what happened?
It never was aired, and this is something that is it sheds a bad light on the whole scene, Pro League. It makes it look amateur.
Yeah, it does.
I can't blame anyone. It's not any one person's fault.
Yeah.
Because you can't lay the blame on the casters or 343 or ESL just can't just blame everyone, right?
Yeah.
But you can't blame a single person or a single group of people for this. It's obviously just a glitch in whatever they're using, or the spectator mode.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. We have to get away from the spectator mode. Otherwise, the Pro League, I feel like if you're not going to do it right, don't do it at all.
Yeah.
But they can't not do it all because people want to see it.
Yeah, they want to see it, but it's you don't understand. It could be, like I said before, doing more harm than good.
Yeah.
Because we've just got back from the MCC disaster where every LAN event, the game was crashing, and we're trying to make this scene look more legit, right? And here we are again running into where we have to watch Pro League streams of shots missing. Not be able to see certain games. And
this has been a problem for a while.
Yeah.
So it really bugs me that this has not been fixed.
The spectator mode has been broken since October. Of last year.
Yeah.
And I was really shocked when I realized that they're really going on with this online Pro League without a fixed spectator mode. And like I was saying before, a lot of these clips get circulated like in Optics Vision. These clips get put into the Vision every week of the Pro League. Well, a lot of these people do not play Halo that watch these clips, like they watch the Vision and stuff, and they see shots missing their mark by a mile, but still getting kills and stuff like that. It could be damaging to Halo. People see that and they're like, "This game is. Why would you're not even hitting their snipe shots? Their snipe shots are like way off, but they're getting headshots. They don't understand that the spectator mode is broken. They don't follow the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to bring people in to watch the game if they see that.
Exactly.
So that happened, and now they're kind of like doing a temporary fix, which I call a temporary fix. And I'm not blaming anybody in the situation. It's just a bad situation to be in. But they're going to allow players to stream their own Pro League matches. I don't know how many or if all are going to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know the details, but apparently they're going to start letting their. And this is bad in another way. It's segmented. It's going to
separate.
Separate everybody from stream to stream. So now you don't have big numbers on your Pro League.
And that too is like when you watch them on stream, you know what happens already. If you watch the Halo stream, it's always ahead. The Halo stream, so you know who won. Yeah. Someone can be a teaser and go in the Halo chat like,
they do that.
Yeah, they're saying
they
don't
do
read
that.
the chat here.
I highly doubt that this would happen, but we were talking about earlier coaches watching player streams.
I mean, it's not that.
Even though there's a delay.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Like you were talking, I said it wouldn't matter because there's a huge delay. Like I don't know, sometimes 30 seconds at most. But you were talking about, well, what if there's a standoff situation?
Exactly. Yeah.
And everybody's kind of like camping around. You could check out another player's stream.
Yeah,
But I don't see that happening. That's far-fetched.
You never know.
It could, but I really,
it's just too far. I think it's too far behind from.
Yeah, I don't see a whole lot of good coming out of that.
You can maybe. Like, if you watch, you can get an idea where they're at, but I just think it's too far behind.
I'm not saying they can look at it and know exactly, but, it would help.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, I can see it happening. I'm not saying they'll actually do that, but they could. Mm-hmm. There's no way of proving it.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. But anyways, one thing I also noticed week 2, they did not use third-person camera. And I went back and
a lot of people disliked it, so they're like, well, let's not do it.
But last week's show, if you guys seen last week's show, I showed I showed a couple bad examples of how to use a third-person camera, but then I showed some really good examples, and I think it's a great thing to do if you do it right. I feel like maybe they have been scared off from doing it.
That's what I'm
thinking. If you get a lot of feedback, like, oh, maybe we shouldn't use this again.
Yeah. I didn't see, because I went back and rewatched it, and I was like, did I miss? Maybe I missed it, but I didn't see them use third person at all.
Yes, if they did do it, they did it very minimal.
It was very, very little if they did, because I didn't see any kind of third person camera work at all. So I hope they bring it back because it can be cool. if they do it right, and it does add a little bit more of the to the viewer experience.
Yeah.
So let's talk about day one, the matches. We had Envy and Renegades. I'm not gonna go over every match in extreme detail because that would take forever and be pretty boring. So I'm gonna just go over like some of the better matches that I saw. Because there's possibility of like 40 games a week, and there's no way to cover it all. Renegades versus Envious.
You guys have Renegades winning.
Yeah, I did.
Because the way they played last week, they played pretty good.
They were hot last week, and I didn't.
Yeah, it was like I thought that would carry on to next week.
So like, the first thing I noticed is RNG very aggressive sometimes, right?
Too aggressive.
Well,
sometimes.
It works very well with strongholds.
Yeah, but I didn't see them as aggressive as they were playing with Envy.
It was switch of roles. Last week, it seemed like commonly was like almost the overextender, the like over aggressor, and this time I seen Victory almost extending out there. You know what I mean? Like over aggressing. It seemed like to me.
Their strongholds strategy seems to work really well. They're very aggressive. They go for triple caps more than any team I've seen.
Exactly.
They are constantly pushing for triple caps, and that's one thing that I always thought that would be a bad strategy, but somehow they make it work. I think you just have to be really, really good at it, being like hyper aggressive, push in for the third cap, kill them off spawn, run back because they're gonna spawn behind you. So you gotta be super aggressive. Ninja had 19 kills that Rig's Stronghold game going off. In the Regret Slayer, they kept, what I noticed is Envy really went off in this game. Thing about Regret Slayer is once you slay a team off and you get them trapped on that spawn cycle where they just rush from one base to another, slaying you again and again, it's so hard to break it. And Envy got it going. Like it's like a domino effect. Once they get it going, it's hard to stop.
Yeah.
And they did that. They literally just kept doing that over and over again until they got.
What I've seen from Envy is early on in the series, they just really got, how you say it, not really out just played, but like out teamed. Like it didn't seem like their communication was there. They was kind of all over the place. You know what I mean? Like they kept fighting in 1 versus 2 battles. That's what Renegades started off strong in the series. But as the series went on, they started getting more of the power-ups, more of the power weapons, and really like glued together. And that's when they just kind of like, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So no, Envy. This went to Game 5. This was like probably the best series of the 2 days.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah.
Oh well, no, maybe not. Well, I don't know. I think it was. I can't remember.
It was a good series. It's kind of like back and forth.
Yeah,
action,
it was it was a pretty good series. Then they went to Truth Flag. One thing I noticed, Truth Flag, Envy was not running the objective very well.
They was defense. They was playing defense the whole game.
Yeah, because there was one point where Ola had camo fuel rod, and he got, I don't know if he got 2 or 3 down. I think it was maybe 2. But Victory X was either the last guy alive or the next last guy alive, and he was still able to run the flag in.
Yeah. They being held up big.
I think he went the longer route, which kind of maybe threw him off guard. But that was just a play that, but they got 3-0'd, or RNG 3-0'd them.
Yeah.
And Comley and Victory X both had 22 kills that game. So they were definitely heavily outslaying. Stronghold Rig, not much going on. Envy wins 159, and Empire Slayer, which was Game 5, which is an extremely exciting game. It was sometimes not close, sometimes very close. Kind of went to a standoff for a bit.
I just want to point out something about Mikwen rotating that sniper best than most people, they get sniper, they kind of like rotate, but he literally started in blue and like almost rotated the whole entire map.
Yeah, you need that protection.
His map awareness and his team awareness is so good.
Yeah.
That he knows to move, like when he sees his team moving, he's kind of like off to the side here, but he's not too close. He's kind of just moving with them, like he's in, and he will rotate that sniper all the way around if he has to, so he doesn't get caught off guard. And it's he's very smart with the snipe. He knows how to get but that was a crazy game. It was really close up until the end, and Envy started pulling away.
One thing I like to point
A
out,
lot of power weapons in that game.
A lot of power weapons, but I wish a lot of players, I think it was maybe Ninja, like, he gets camo, and they're not as smart with it as they should. Like, he's kind of like almost playing as if he don't even have the camo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's still putting shots out there. I don't know. I just wish he would have been smarter. He didn't put it as use like he should have.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I was saying, lots of power weapons in that game. I'm talking like they had a lot of snipers, a lot of shotguns, and a lot of rockets.
Yeah.
Went through in that game because they played it so slow.
Yeah, rockets really didn't have a big.
The rockets don't play a big deal. Rockets
they did towards the end. Yeah. But like the first 3/4 of the game, like they had it, but it really didn't do any.
Rockets are
work.
very like if a team knows you have them, they're very defensive because of it. But even though they're hard to use on that map, I mean, but they still can be deadly. So a team plays very cautious when you have the rockets, and it allows like for you to make good pushes if you get a kill push in.
Yeah.
Now another match I want to talk about is Liquid and Optic. Now you guys did not think that my boys and the old Optic squad were not going to come out.
I was impressed how they played.
Do what they do. But
I was impressed, yeah. But
at the same time, Liquid didn't play as I should.
APG was going off.
APG was going off.
You gotta give him his props.
They did, but I remember there was one game. I think it was game 2. Liquid. They had a lead. They had all power weapons, but they just stood back. I don't know why. I don't know if they should have put those to use. They stood back, but I like how Optic. They didn't give him a chance. They stood back too.
Yeah.
Waited for a mistake. As soon as they got that sniper, it was over.
That Eden Slayer game.
Game
was
2.
Great.
I thought my stream
it didn't even
froze
go to 50
because it was showing a guy with rockets and he was just sitting there not moving.
That's one of my points. Like, put those to use. Like, it was just a little standout.
Well, nobody wants to be the guy that caused the game
to
go the wrong way. You know, it's a small balance between teamwork and being the hero.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be the guy that tried to be the hero
and then lose.
and then lose the game.
I mean, they lost anyway, but still.
Sorry, guys.
As soon as Strict Sick got that sniper, though, they all went for the kills.
Yeah, and then so Optic won the first 2 games. It was Empire Holds and then Eden Slayer, which was an awesome game to watch if you haven't watched it. And then Liquid won Kali Flag, and then Optic won Rig Strongholds, which seems to, that used to be their worst map and their worst game type. And I don't know if they've practiced it a lot recently
or just figured it
out, but they are one of the best teams on that map and game type now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the
map they beat
CLG on, yeah. And that is the only game CLG has lost.
APG, he did good at that map. He's good trolling camo, staying alive, protecting the bases.
Yeah. There's a thing I want to say. Like, they won against Liquid, and everybody was like, I seen people posting, oh, it's just a honeymoon phase. I don't think you can call a honeymoon phase until, like, if they start doing good and then, like, they start dying off. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how you say, like, when they picked up Nated, to me, that was more of a definition of a honeymoon phase because they got together and they did really well, like, right off the bat. They picked up APG and they didn't do.
They were
they wasn't like winning and all that stuff like that. So I think it could just be their really good teamwork. I wouldn't. Not yet, anyway.
So you're saying they're not having a honeymoon phase.
I don't think. Yeah,
they're married. They're married, but they're not
to the end.
I just think they're a decent team. I wouldn't call it honeymoon phase.
See that APG fits well with that squad because they've been friends for a while.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they played together before.
Yeah, and I mean, it just wasn't there with them.
Yeah.
Then you had CLG versus EG. We really talked about that. You didn't really get to watch it. The only thing that could have been bad about that is if that was like a really good match. It wasn't.
Or if EG came out and won.
Got blown out, yeah. But if that was like a crazy, crazy match that no one got to watch and it was like 49-49, EG wins, that would have been really, really bad news for the.
Yeah.
I would have been
the
crying.
Halo world would have blew
up. Day two was the day of 3-0s.
Yeah.
I know.
Every single.
I like what happened.
See, I didn't expect that. I mean, we always call these teams really close because when people are doing power rankings, they have a really hard time from second on because
Mhm.
these teams are so close, and no one expected a whole day of 3-0s.
Right.
So you got Renegades and Liquid. Empire, they did Empire Strongholds. Start off with the start of the game. Renegades came out, and like I said, Renegades Stronghold game is on point because they're so aggressive, and they 80-0'd them at the beginning of the game. They had 80 points before Liquid finally got a point on the board.
Yeah.
Then they beat them 120 to 27. It was crazy. And then the flag game was really close. I think we got a clip of one of the flag caps, or it was a flag madness in Truth. This was Renegades and Liquid flag on Truth, and this is just some of the craziness that game had. They fought so hard to get these flag caps in.
Both flags sitting level to the place of Renegades right now.
It's almost like
he's
comedy
not able to.
trying
They
to
get the
watch
return.
it.
Now on board with Spartan as he's running the flag. We've got 2 down from Renegades. Spartan taking
so
all
Renegades
kinds of
really
fire, getting hit by all kinds of
Liquid put up one hell of a fight that match. Renegades held strong. They clutched it out. A lot of Halo 5 games are really about clutching it, and like more than any Halo I've ever seen. Like there's so many clutch moments and kills in Halo 5 that make the difference of like the entire game for the win.
Yeah.
And Halo 5 is probably the biggest clutch game that we've had. E6 versus EG. This is one I couldn't wait to talk about because this was not seen by I didn't think anybody was going to call this.
Yeah.
I know I
No,
didn't.
I didn't either.
We didn't.
No,
but
none of us did.
I will comment on it. Nothing bad about the team. I'm not saying anything negative, but I wouldn't, if I was E6, I wouldn't get too hyped up about it and let that get in your head. Thinking
But at
you
the same
3-0'd
Shots
EG.
fired.
It's because EG right now is not at their prime. Like, I think, Spectre and Roy and all
Spectre?
them all went on vacation, so they didn't have a lot of practice going in.
They have a lot going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they do.
they're moving and all that kind of stuff.
Spectre's in high school or something.
Yeah, so
They didn't really. I mean, they really have not. They're probably one of the. I would say the most unpracticed.
yes, so E6 needs to look at this like it's a good thing they won, but don't let it get to them too much where they go in thinking, oh, okay, we beat EG, so we can just beat everybody, because I think it will hurt them in the long run if they have that mindset.
I didn't see this coming. E6 came
Who
out
put up some
swinging.
big numbers.
Hook putting up huge numbers. Boo Boo Doo Boo.
As always.
Yeah, this squad or that duo right there. Shooter we don't talk about much, but he's also in there too. He's just like that. He's definitely not a playmaker, but he's definitely making things happen. He's
Yeah.
a support player, I would say.
Mhm.
They work so well together. EG. They got off. EG still has a problem getting off to a slow start.
Yeah.
To this day, I mean, this was a H2A thing.
Mhm.
They would get off to a slow start, but once they got rolling, they kind of got going again.
Yeah.
But like Empire holds, it took EG forever to get going,
Yeah.
and
They caught up a little bit, but
E6 was very, very aggressive with the triple cap strat on
Yeah.
that map.
We see a lot
they
more of
literally held a triple cap almost the entire game.
Yeah.
Whenever they had 2, they had 3. It was insane. You couldn't believe what I was watching. They were they outslayed EG heavily, winning 100 to 47. Rig Slayer, EG, E6 was making really smart pushes. They were being very patient whenever EG got set up with snipe or power weapons in the back of the map and they were stuck outside. They made very smart pushes, and I feel like that's what won them the game. It wasn't like a blowout, but it was a really close game, really exciting to watch. But those smart plays, those patience, and those smart pushes to the back of the map, not pushing unless they have some kind of advantage, I feel like played a huge
and you see
role.
that in a lot of these games. Like patience now is like wins people's game these days. Like
Yeah,
I've
CLG
been seeing
is
that
the
a lot.
most patient
Yeah.
team in the
they,
circuit. And
you know, if you know when to be patient, know when to be aggressive, that's what wins games these days.
yeah. When I watch CLG play, their patience is like amazing to me. The way they just wait it out.
Yeah.
Even if they could be playing a stronghold game and be down 60, 70 points, but they're not panicking because they know once they get a hold of what they're trying to do, that's a game over.
They just know when a right opportunity
They
to
don't.
go.
They don't push when they don't have.
I think there was an example of that. I can't remember if it was. Anyways, Snakebite was capturing Catwalk, and his team was over there trying to get Blue.
Yeah.
And instead of sit there and try to Catwalk by himself, he just left it to go help his teammates. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Very, very smart plays. That back to the Rig Slayer game with EG and E6. Couple things. Roy made a crazy stick on camo. Probably an accident, but it'll look cool.
Yeah, it looked good.
Snipe down. Whenever the game was close and EG had a chance of winning the game, Snipe down did overextend with the sniper and got killed, and then the E6 got the sniper back. That was probably the most pivotal play of that game.
Yeah.
He definitely overextended his boundaries with snipe. Wasn't playing very patient and got taken out. They got the sniper back. Pretty much game over from there. It was a very exciting game, 50-47. Hook with 20 kills. Again,
he was putting
he's
up
going
20
off.
kills almost every game.
Yeah, I'm saying he's always putting up good numbers. He's consistent too.
Yeah. Empire Flag, E6 playing very defensive that game. They were making EG push them. And I think it's a smart play on that map because the map's so small that you can have time for a team to push you, slay them, and then have time to – and as long as you got a guy in position, you can run to the flag and get it almost halfway back before, you know, that's – I feel like that's what their strategy was trying to – what they were trying to do with that strategy. And it worked really well. And then the huge play. This is a crazy game. I love this game that happened. That it was really close. That huge play, the play with Huke and the camo and the railgun and the sneaky, and getting that flag return. That was just it was perfection. I loved it.
You can't teach those.
Huke with 27 kills that game
That's insane.
on EG.
That's insane.
Come on, he's a young god.
I know.
Allegiance, next series was Allegiance and CLG. Allegiance put up a little bit of fight. They had to lead a couple times, but CLG, they would, whenever Allegiance would get a small lead on CLG, they would literally hit a NOS button, and they would just
take off.
There was a Strongholds game where Allegiance had a pretty decent lead. Allegiance got to 51 points and never got a point after that. CLG just hit like a NOS button and was like, "You're done."
I said they know when to push and know when to be aggressive, and that's why they always win.
Yeah. So, Pro League, fun to watch. 3-0 sweeps day 2. Can't wait till the next
I know.
Thursday, Friday. I love my Thursday, Friday nights now. Thank you, ESL and 3for3.
Yeah.
For making my week so fantastic. Player of the week. We had
Who was the winner?
well, we had nominees Huke, Ola because he really did good on Envy. Snakebite because he's just Snakebite. He's just, whatever. Who was the other nominee? I can't remember.
I forgot the nominees.
But anyway, no, it was Huke. It was
APG?
APG.
Yeah.
ABG because he did good. He was really really impressive.
Is on it.
Even though Optic lost the day 2, I feel like he was probably the best player on the team again as day 1. So he definitely deserved a nomination. And the winner of Player of the Week was voted by the beautiful people on Twitter. And the winner is Huke, my man. Deserves it.
He does. He
Dude,
really
he's
does.
putting up huge numbers.
Yes.
This kid can go places.
Yeah.
And I know he's on
new.
a
He's new to Halo too. That's what's so crazy about it.
He's on a controversial team. Everybody is like all over Kratos about his comments. Say what you want about Kratos, but he is, I wouldn't say developing a bad guy persona. And if you hate it, you're still talking about him. If you love it, then it's
He
like
does get
you're
talked a lot
siding
about.
with the bad guy. Walshy was a
Yeah, but
kind
that's
of a bad guy
that's
back
a
in the day.
different
He would talk
bad guy.
Yeah.
bad about people.
He talks bad about teams. He talks bad about players. He didn't talk
Hey.
bad about the game he plays.
Every
He didn't
sport
talk
has
bad
a
about
person
the-
that people love to hate, and if he wants to
I
be that
guess
guy,
Kratos has to
more
play that
power.
spot,
I mean,
I
I'm not
guess.
gonna say that it's wrong or it's good or wrong to be.
I'm
making
going to
negative
say
comments,
one thing, okay? One thing you should not do is don't ever tweet out saying a boring, like when he watched that stream, he's like, another boring day of
Yeah.
Halo. Don't do that for the game that you are trying to
I've
play.
been told, or I don't know 100, but I think there is in place a rule book about players talking bad about the league and maybe getting disciplined.
Yeah,
so
that's a good idea.
that could come into play.
That's a good idea.
That
I
could
mean,
come into play, and he could say the wrong thing and get his team in trouble.
Well, that
But
sucks,
you know,
but
we don't want to see that.
No.
Let's move on to Slay of the Week. Okay, so we put out a vote on Twitter for the best play or Slay of the Week, and here are the nominees for Slay of the Week.
LG is coming back and taking the lead 74-69. Frosty with
Frosty.
rockets ran. Long range
Oh,
rocket picks up
so
a
much
double
patience.
kill. Huge play from Frosty. Going for the triple. Snake Bite's
I know,
going to
that
take
was
it down.
crazy
though.
when I watched
That's
that.
one player left.
I was like, that did not just
The
happen.
next nominee is
Strategy, and it's a meta that we constantly
Ryan
see
Noob with
evolving more,
the
and wow.
crazy. I don't even know what he
Tell
did.
us
Is
what
that even possible? That's like defying laws of physics or something. Okay, next nominee is
All the way
Young
over.
boy Hoop
Spots lunch, or
with the
Suspector
big
didn't
play.
even see him. He's going to get the reach.
All right, that are the nominees for Slay of the Week. Now, the winner that was chosen, this was like this was not a very close competition.
No, it was pretty straightforward.
But the last one was, the Player of the Week was very, very close.
Yeah, it was.
Slay of the Week winner is Ryan Noob with the big ninja that he pulled on the Frosty with the rockets. I still can't even imagine how he did it. I don't
It's
even,
like-
this looks fake.
It does look like it was edited.
How did he do that? How did he? Okay.
Look at that.
Ryan Noob is
He
nerdy.
thrust it
Ryan
and-
Noob is nerdy. That's all you got to know.
Man,
That dude is nerdy, and I don't know what he did, but he did it. All right, each week we like to torture ourselves for some reason, and we make predictions for the next week's Pro League. And if we get the predictions wrong, as sometimes we do, I try not to.
I know,
because
just
it's
'cause of this
very,
now.
very, very. Not, it's not fun when we do. We have to spin a wheel and eat this terrible
Bean boozled.
Jelly
Bean
bean.
boozled.
whatever it lands on. So
Just don't eat. don't
last
try this
week,
game.
Josh or Default and I predicted that RNG would beat Envy, and we were wrong.
Yep.
Yes.
So go ahead and spin that wheel.
And we also predicted.
You guys,
yeah,
yeah.
we suck. That E6 would beat Allegiance, and we were wrong about that.
They got 3-0'd.
Um,
And then I was wrong. Me and Default was wrong about Liquid beating Optic.
okay, and then we were
I
all
don't know
three
why I
wrong
picked that
about
one.
EG beating E6.
Yeah. So I only got to eat
Or-
2. You got to eat, 3? And you got to eat 4.
I hate my life right now.
You really gonna do this to this guy?
Hey, that's the rules, man.
Okay, all right, man. This is gonna suck. so
Don't
bad.
try this game if you're.
All right, can we get the camera on the thingy?
All right.
All right.
So I'm just gonna spin 4 times for you, and then spin 3
Yeah,
times.
just do my
and
spin.
If
and
I
get over
throw
it.
up,
I'm sorry.
then-
no, I'm not. Is
You
this your
gotta
spin?
eat. This is Josh's. Coconut or spoiled milk. It's all
Okay,
white.
that's the white one.
Just
Okay.
you grab a white one. You don't know what flavor it is. It could be good. It could be bad. Whatever.
White again.
It's white again. Coconut spoiled milk.
All
Grab
right.
another one.
That's 2.
There's no blue, so we
Oh yeah,
can't
we're
do
out of
that.
blues by the way.
The only good ones.
Okay.
Just get the red. Is more on red.
Chocolate pudding or canned dog food's all brown.
All right.
Dude, I had that one last time. So
We're out
gross.
of blue. And Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks. It's like it's like a white.
All right.
You're a
that's that
little.
one.
All right, spend 3 for me. God, this suck.
Strawberry banana or dead fish. That's
Oh,
terrible.
man, don't.
It's like
Why would you do
you're
that
killing
to
me.
him?
there you go.
Are we gonna eat these all at once?
Chocolate or dog food. So it's all brown. No.
If we ate these all at once,
We'll just-
you
you-
would
okay, what we'll
definitely
do-
throw
man.
up.
what we'll
I don't
do-
wanna do that.
Peach or barf.
I kind of want to eat it all at once and get it over with.
I would too,
okay,
but
it's like a
thinking
clear.
of the flavors,
It's like a
I don't know how it's
clear-
gonna mix.
but with red in it. It almost looks like the dead fish one. So I'm gonna say it's
Okay, I
this.
see it.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, now I gotta do 2 for me. Shit. Sorry. Cussed. Peach or barf.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah. Crap. Strawberry or dead fish.
What color?
Almost looks like this, but like not
Yeah.
so clear. Yeah.
All right. This is
I wouldn't say
what
eat
you
them all
get
at once. I
for
say
predicting wrong.
we
So
just
don't do
kinda
it again.
talk
No.
and eat at the same time.
Okay. Let's talk and eat at the same time.
I'm gonna.
Because we're gonna make our predictions for next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
All right.
This is spoiled milk. I just spit into it.
Okay. Next week,
I got
put the
peach.
prediction up. The page for. Oh my God. That's
Oh.
dead fish.
That was spoiled milk.
Predictions for next
Dude.
week.
I got 2 spoiled milks.
Um.
Oh,
no,
I got 2 spoiled milks. Why?
put the picture back. up.
I got peach, so I'm good. I'm
All right.
good.
Evil Geniuses. Now that one was good. All right. I got a good one in the middle. Versus Team Allegiance. I'm going to go with EG.
Oh man, that's a bad one.
Hey, predictions, quick.
Okay, what? EG or Allegiance?
Yes.
EG.
Alright.
EG.
All right, we all picked EG. Now I'm going to eat this brown one. It better not be dog food.
I got every one of mine was not a good one.
I got peach, so I'm good.
I didn't get any good ones. That
Dude,
was
if you
gross.
mix the good one with the bad one, not so bad.
Not so bad.
Even though this
We did not
one's
get any
really
good ones.
nasty.
It's not hard to do.
Okay, Envy versus Liquid. Envy.
Envy.
God, it's still gross.
Oh, that's spoiled
I'm going to
milk.
go with Envy.
Renegades and Optic. Renegades.
If I had to,
I say we're good. Yeah.
if I had to eat more. I go with Renegade. Like, I feel like we're going with such obvious picks.
It's not obvious. I mean, really. I mean, if you think about it.
Oh,
Okay.
God, this is gross.
I can smell yours. What
Dude,
is
it's
that?
straight up canned dog food.
Yeah, that dog
It's
is
disgusting.
It smells like biscuits and gravy, though.
It tastes like raw liver or something.
Gross. Oh, I didn't know what liver
All
tastes
right,
I'm
I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna go on a limb because I'm YOLO in this thing. I'm gonna go with Optic.
like. You know what
Are
happens
you
if you
crazy?
lose.
No.
Just
I
all
can
right.
s-
Next match.
But no, they did beat Renegades in the pro.
Yeah, they did. in the
But that was a
preview or
long
whatever.
time ago.
Yeah. All right.
I'm going
CLG
Renegades.
and
CLG and Envious.
E6. CLG.
Or
CLG.
CLG.
Renegade versus CLG.
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 Liquid versus E6. I'm gonna say
Ooh.
E6.
I'm saying E6.
I'm gonna say E6.
I'm gonna go with Liquid.
Liquid
I'm
hasn't
gonna go
been
with my boy
playing that well.
Sparty. Love
haven't
you,
won
bro.
yet. Optic versus Allegiance.
Optic.
I will say Optic
I
for
say
that
Optic.
one.
Yeah, Optic.
You don't. Allegiance is good, man.
Yeah, I know,
You guys are
but, like-
you guys are sleeping on him, but I'm going with Optic too.
Okay,
wanna see
Envy
one.
versus EG. I'm gonna say
Ooh,
Envy.
Envious.
I'm
I'm
going
saying
for Envy.
Envy.
That's gonna be a matchup right there.
Yeah. I'm
I
saying
go for
Envy.
Envy.
All right.
Let us know what you guys think on
Yeah.
our Twitter.
Tweet us. Let us
did-
know what you guys think about all the topics we talked about. Let us know if you want to see a certain player on the show. We do interviews. We just haven't done one in a while.
I know.
Also, I want to give a shout out to all the other Halo content creators for the HCS stats, HCS retweets, HCS or Halo 5 Arena, Fletcher, HCS report,
3 for
I'm
3
missing-
shows.
the 3 for 3
You got
podcast.
podcast.
Who am I
and-
missing?
They have their own HCS report.
I'm
Yeah, the
missing some more
HCS
people.
Pro League report.
Yeah.
The David Throp show.
Oh yeah, David
the
Throp.
Pit. Lots of people making
And
HCS
ESL.
content. shout out to all of them. We all work very hard for the stuff we do. We work very hard for the show. So hope you guys enjoy it. We'll follow us on Twitter.
Here you go.
No, don't listen to me. Follow us on Twitter at HGS_now. Follow at UGC Events too, because they have awesome Halo shirts. They have pro Halo player Halo shirts like Ninja and Mikwan. You can customize your shirt with your gamer tag, your Twitter handle. They have backpacks and stuff too.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. And
Your
so,
shirt.
yeah, this
They made that
shirt's
shirt.
made there from their website. We will have HGS Now shirts sooner or later.
Hopefully.
Yeah. When we figure out what the design's going to be, we'll have those up as well. So follow us on Twitter. This video will be up on YouTube probably tonight or tomorrow. So check that out if you want to re-watch it for some odd reason. And we'll be here next Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central, and we'll talk some more Halo.